All right, can you start by introducing yourself and telling me what your role is today?
See, I knew this would happen.
I'm Professor Venkatraman. I'm in the School of Management. I wrote the case for the case competition today.
I'm John Chalykoff. I'm the Associate Dean, and I'm the faculty director of this program. And I kind of make sure everybody else does the work, and I get the credit. I've done that for years.
Has this been your first year working specifically for the case competition, or do you have previous experience doing this?
We've been with this since it began, right? So for 5 years, Venkat's been writing the case, and I've been running around for him.
It was John's idea originally to actually have the 24-hour format for case competition. And so this is the 5th year running,
Right.
3rd year with Ericsson, and I've written the case all the 5 years so far.
Right.
How has it grown over the years?
Well, when we started with 12 teams, and that was a lot of fun. And then we decided in the 3rd year to expand it to 16 teams. So now it's 16 teams, 8 from outside the U.S., 8 from the U.S. You know, the interest has certainly grown. We have about 12 teams that want to get into the competition from different schools. So there's a lot more stuff going on the web about it, a lot more buzz and interest.
And from the case point of view, it's gone significantly different from the first time we wrote the case. The level of involvement of the company has grown significantly. The cases are getting much more specific. The companies find the process very interesting, and they're also looking forward to the insights that the students provide, whether it's in the first round or in the final rounds. The second thing that has happened is that the MBA students are spending more time studying this industry, which typically they may not have studied. So the mind share of the mobile internet among the business schools that compete has really gone up, and obviously they're also paying more attention to Ericsson as a company.
That's right. Right. I mean, one of the things we noticed that changed is that once you do this year after year, 5 years now, a buzz develops. So when these students come, you can see they're always energized, but this year is just even more energized, right? They're kind of expecting good things because they've heard it's good things. So it's a lot of fun.
What are the good things that you think they've heard?
Well, that it's so well organized, that they're taken care of, there's going to be a great case, that they got to slog through 24 hours, that it's a challenge they haven't done before. So they're really excited about it, right?
Yeah, one of the things that I've heard over the years is that they do a lot of cases, but that happens in the classroom. They discuss it, but they really don't have a context to evaluate what the discussion means, except for the faculty members. The case competition really allows them to present their ideas back to the company executives. And the fact that they can get to interact with the CEO and the top management team, even for a few minutes, gives them a sense of accomplishment of doing something that's relevant, and it's being evaluated by people that are dealing with these subjects.
Right. And they're all excited about meeting each other. I mean, it's a great group of schools here.
Absolutely. So I hear that this year there's something a little bit different about the case. And can you tell me what that is and why that decision was made?
Typically, we've been giving them a paper copy of the case with lots of documents on the hard drive. This year, with all the evolution that's happening with technology, with iPad coming out next week, we decided to experiment with creating a multimedia case that everything is embedded inside what we would consider to be a living, breathing document. And so this is the first time we created the multimedia case. And I'm so far very happy with the result of the pilot this, and I'm looking forward to getting feedback from the students as to how it worked.
Yeah.
What would you say was the benefit of having a multimedia case?
If we had to put all the relevant documents, in a paper format, it would have been a 50, 60, 100-page document for them to read. That presupposes that everybody has to read only these 100 pages. What we believe is that there's a lot more documents, just like what's happening on the web. People search, access, consume the content very differently, and we have to evolve the definition of what a case is from something that is standardized and prepackaged to something that is much more evolving, that allows the student or the participant to engage with the content differently. So we have podcast, we have video cast embedded along with the documents in the case. The only thing we haven't done is really my briefing of the case. Maybe at some point in time we could also have my briefing on the case put into that so that it just makes it easier.
Right. It's like the world is. I mean, they're getting it exactly as they get it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes, and finally, this is an incredibly impressive case competition. It's international. You have impressive schools here, you have the cream of the crop, IQ and know-how wise. What is it about BU that enables them to have such an event?
Well, I mean, first of all, we are one of the best schools and known for it in IT in the world. We're always ranked number 1 or 2 by the Financial Times, so the rankings are there. We're definitely a top school in that area. It's when the students come. This event is so well organized, and I say it's so well organized because of the students and the staff. They just do an excellent job. This is, all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed. You can't find fault with any of the progress that goes on or the process that goes on in the 24 hours. So once a school comes here, they want to come back every year, right? And then other schools want to come. So it's reputation and doing a great job when they're here.
I agree. Yeah, that's good.
Yes, and one last question. When everything is said and done at the end of the day, what do you hope all the teams walk away thinking and feeling about the event?
Just that they had a really challenging and fun time, right? Mm-hmm. That they really enjoyed meeting everybody here at the school, the Ericsson executives, interacting. And in fact, that's what they do go away with, and it's terrific.
I've had students write back after 6-8 months. This after they've graduated, I've had emails saying, as they look back into their 2 years of MBA program,
right,
this has been one of the most defining part of their education. So that's very gratifying from students that we didn't graduate, but they go back, they reflect on their MBA program and writing an email saying how this allowed them to actually synthesize and put a lot of their learning into a relevant context and make it real with the executives. So that's very gratifying for us.
right.
All right, thank you so
Great.
much
Thank
for your
you.
time. This
Okay.
was a
Okay.
big help.